Hey, welcome back to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, and trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so you can easily choose the best watch for yourself in the comfort of your own home. We offer the lowest prices anywhere online, and if you'd like to know the price, simply click on the links in the description below. We greatly appreciate if you purchase your next watch from us at JazzTime.com. Today we'll be talking about this Rolex Sky-Dweller yellow gold black dial OysterFlex strap, reference number 326238. We'll be going over the case, the dial, the bezel functions, yes, that's right, functions, crown functions, movement, and this OysterFlex strap. And we'll be talking about, I'll be giving you my thoughts on all of those as well throughout this video. All right, so starting off with this case from finger to thumb, 2 to 8 position. That's the 42 millimeter diameter. As you can see, from 2 o'clock to 8 o'clock, it's the same as from 10 to 4. Same diameter, 42 millimeters, nice and large. Right, you have the monoblock middle case with the screw down case back and the Rolex winding crown to ensure water resistance down to 100 meters or 330 feet below sea level. You also have a full yellow gold construction in what is known as sort of this, they call it a yellow rollzor. That's basically Rolex's own version of both oyster steel and yellow gold to make a very strong yet still beautiful high polish finish on this casing here. High polish on every surface minus the back, which also does have these hallmarks to show you that you are indeed dealing with precious metals. All right, in this case yellow gold. All right, and sitting on the front of this case you have this fluted yellow gold bezel, which actually does have a function. Now on the Datejust videos that I've been making, the fluted bezel has no function other than to just look pretty. Well, this one actually does have a physical function. It's a command bezel, so what it does is it actually rotates depending on its position and depending on what you want to change on this watch. So right now it's sort of the locked position where all you really can do is just wind the crown and wind the watch, therefore. But all of the other positions allow you to do something different, and I'll show you those in just a moment. But first, let's look at this nice bright black dial, as they call it. It has a bit of a sunray finish, a bit subtle. As I move it through this light box, you can kind of see it. It's not the easiest thing to see. I can see it much better with my eyes. Yeah, much better with my eyes. Harder to see on the monitoring here, but it looks incredibly easy to read, even though this is probably one of the lesser popular models of this model. The other two color dials being like a really bright white and also a champagne color. Champagne sort of blending in with the yellow gold here. But this black one I actually very much like more because of the high contrast. I like being able to see my hour marks. I like being able to see the 24-hour sub-dial as well. And you can also see the date aperture nicely and clearly, which is nice and small on that dial, but underneath the Cyclops lens on the sapphire crystal, scratch resistant as well, you can see it very clearly as well. Now, taking a look at these sort of aspects on this dial, again, you have the index hour markers for the hours, but you also have this 24-hour sort of offset dial. It goes up to 24 hours. It's basically your second measurement, your second time scale, basically referenced by that red triangle at the top pointing where it is. So right now it's after, well, 1 a.m. basically. And also you have these tiny apertures at the very edge of the dial with only one of them being red. So that basically marks the month number. So right now it's December. If you have, say, you know, the first aperture turned red with all the others white, then that means it's January, February, March, and so forth. So it's a very good perpetual calendar in that sense, all right? Made possible by the Saros perpetual calendar developed by Rolex, right? More on that in a moment, but taking a look at the crown functions here in conjunction with the bezel. So basically, if you unwind the crown to the first position, this allows you to wind the watch regardless of the bezel's position. So if you ever need to wind the watch, if you're at a dead stop, about 30-ish full winds is all you need to get nice and started up and running again. All right, so if you have the, let's start with the bezel turned all the way counterclockwise, all the way to the left. With the crown pulled out to the final position, this allows you to stop that seconds hand and therefore adjust the minute hand. But more importantly, you can also move, this is the only and easiest way to move the 24-hour dial. All right, and the 24-hour dial, let me see if I move it all the way around. Okay, so yes, the 24-hour dial functions independently of the date wheel. All right, so keep that in mind when you're setting the 24-hour dial. Just set this one first for, you know, whatever time it happens to be. Let's say it's just after 1 at our home location, right? And let's say locally, well, it's 10 minutes past the hour, all right? Move the bezel to the right once. You can now move the hour hand, which is set locally and also by extension sets the day or the date in the aperture. So you can set this, if you set it backwards, it's not going to do anything, so you will actually have to set it forward. You can quick set the date on a different function of the bezel, all right? So just move it forward, and once it moves past midnight, that's when you know which side of noon or which side of midnight you are on. So let's say it's 10 a.m. where I am right now. You can rotate the bezel one more. This allows you to change and quick set the date in the aperture and by extension, the month aperture. So you can just do so rather easily. And doing this is a little strange because you can actually quick set the date to a date that does not technically exist. So if you're in February, you can actually set it to the 31st of February, which is completely and utterly impossible. But if you wanted to, you could. But keep in mind that, let's say, let's go to a more concrete example. Okay, let's go to April, the month of April. Maybe April only has 30 days. You can set it to the 31st of April, which again does not exist either. But let's say you're on the 30th and you set the hour hand forward, it will automatically move to the 1st of May. It will skip over the 31st. So thanks to Rolex's excellent engineering, they have made it so that it basically skips over the days that basically don't exist in the month. The only exception being the month of February, because it's different depending on leap years. All right, so that's basically how all of this is worked, or how all of this works when it comes to setting the time and the date as well as the month for this Rolex Sky-Dweller. All right, so basically what makes all of this work, it is the 9001 caliber made in-house by Rolex. You can't see through the case back. You do have that gold content there though for that extra value. All right, so what it is it's a perpetual mechanical self-winding dual time zone annual calendar, thanks to Saros, the name of the annual calendar within this watch. All right, so it also has a precision of plus or minus 2 seconds per day time differential, so it gives you that superlative chronometer official certification as printed on every Rolex dial. Oh, you can actually see the sunray patterning very nicely at this angle, by the way. All right, so it also has the center, hour, minute, and seconds hands constantly going, the 24-hour display on this off-center disc, the second time zone indicated in that method. It also has the instantaneous annual calendar at the 3 o'clock and the rapid setting of the date, month display via the 12 apertures around the peripheral of the dial. It also has these stop seconds for precise time setting. All of those functions, which I had literally just read off the website, it's all the things that I had just demonstrated with the functions of the crown and the bezel together. By the way, if you move the bezel all the way to the right, this is sort of the locked position. So if you pull the crown out to the final position, it doesn't do anything. Literally nothing happens, right? That's sort of the sort of safeguard position. And if anything, you just help yourself by just winding the watch at the first position. Still works, okay? Now, the oscillator on the inside is a paramagnetic blue parachrome hairspring. It also has high-performance Paraflex shock absorbers, meaning that you can get relatively close to magnetized surfaces or surfaces that could be magnetized, and you can also take a few bumps here and there. You'll be keeping track of time just fine. No need to worry about the timekeeping ability of the movement, at least. Just don't throw it into an MRI and you're good. It also has a bidirectional self-winding rotor, center mounted. It's a perpetual winding rotor, so you can basically just wear this. If you wear this every day, you literally don't even need to wind the crown at all. It's all automatic winding. All of these features packed into this nice, well, it's a 42mm case, so I wouldn't say it's small, but it's a small package still. Has 72 hours of power reserve, literally 3 whole days of power reserve. So you can set this down on a Friday evening, pick it back up Monday morning. No need to wind the watch. If that's your thing, if you just pick it up like once every 3 days, you literally do not need to wind the watch. Just wear it for 1 day afterwards and it'll nicely wind all the way back up by itself automatically to the full power reserve. Now taking a look at the framing of this watch, you have the OysterFlex bracelet. This one, well, every OysterFlex bracelet sort of has this main channel down, sort of echoing this integrated bracelet link that, you know, basically just keeps that bracelet, or that keeps the OysterFlex from having too much space there. It keeps it nice and clean in its presentation. It echoes that overall look, so you have that middle, you know, quote-unquote link being sort of just pulled all the way down. All right, and underneath you also have the little channels, this little flexible channel underneath that allows it to basically it sort of elevates the strap off of your wrist, and therefore on the inside, it being hollow also allows your wrist to breathe, and you can do some micro adjustments on your wrist, you know, in case it sort of slips upward or downward depending on how you wear it. It allows you to actually move it around, move it about on your wrist nicely and easily. So very good engineering from Rolex there. And also it has a metal plate on the inside that sort of basically goes up to where those channels are, so that you have that sense of, you know, the form factor. It keeps that form factor without it flaring out and potentially, you know, folding the little channels underneath a little too much. All right, there's a nice gentle taper down to the Rolex folding clasp, which is giving my camera a hard time focusing. Just lift the top and there you go. You have the Rolex stamped logo on the inside. You have the hallmarks again, so you know that you're dealing with a gold clasp, all yellow gold. And also underneath, there is a glide lock extension system. So what this is basically it gives you up to 20mm of extra bracelet length, essentially. So at the smallest position, that's sort of the base. You can extend it a little bit more just by pulling it straight outward and just sliding it to wherever your wrist happens to be. So I'll just set it to the smallest position and leave it there. All right, nice and easy there. Also keep in mind that OysterFlex straps are basically one size only. You can get a different size strap from your authorized dealer should you pick one of these up at your authorized dealer, but you know, we can also get a different size strap for you from here at Jazz Time. The link's in the description below. You should be able to get one. All right, so just keep that in mind when you're shopping for anything with an OysterFlex strap. There's just one size to each type of strap. There are different straps for, you know, different lengths based on your wrist size, but whatever strap you have, that's what you're stuck with unless you get one changed out. And while we're here, I can try it on my wrist and give you my thoughts as to how it wears. All right, so at the smallest size, this actually fits me quite nicely. Although the case tells a bit of a different story. It's rather large on my wrist. There's plenty of overhang of these lugs, which does actually help with the channels underneath to help vent the wrist and allow me to, you know, basically wear this all day if I so desired. So that's certainly not a bad thing. But, you know, looking at it face on, I can't say that I hate it. In fact, I quite like it because, again, black dial makes it very easy to read. And with the black OysterFlex strap, it just very much fits with the overall color, sort of the color chroma, the choice of colors here. Because OysterFlex only comes in black, it just seems to fit with the best with this black dial, because it just sort of, as if the case were the sort of loophole, or the loop in order to see, you know, what is on this dial, all the little details and all the amazing functionality within, right? And with this thing on the wrist, it's incredibly, you know, chunky. Certainly it won't fit under a suit cuff, you know, unless you have a really loose suit cuff. Certainly a jacket sleeve, not a problem. and very nice form factor to accommodate that because the fluted bezel does slope upward a little bit. Although I would say with its overall weight, with the OysterFlex strap, it's very good that the OysterFlex is in fact made of rubber, because without the rubber, this will very much be flopping everywhere. I wouldn't say it's heavy, but it's a noticeable amount of weight on the wrist. You won't know, well, you can't not know that you have a Rolex on your wrist in general, and this is certainly no exception to that rule, all right? So, enough of what I think. What do you guys think about this watch? Let us know down in the comments below what you think about this Rolex Sky-Dweller with a black dial, yellow gold construction with the OysterFlex strap. Be sure to leave a like as it helps us out. Be sure to comment, let us know what you think about this watch. Would you get it in the white dial or the champagne dial? Or does this black one do it for you just as well or even better? Let us know down in the comments below. And if you'd like to purchase this watch, be sure to check out our store at jazztime.com. Links in the description below, where you can purchase it at the lowest price possible anywhere online. And we'll see you in the next one. Take care.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.